Hi friends, welcome to our YouTube channel IT Support, and today we are going to learn about how to manage user in Linux. These are the three commands through which we are going to manage the user. First command is useradd or add user. Both commands are same. Don't get confused with the useradd and add user. Both commands are same, but it depends on the Linux distribution which you are going to use. Somewhere useradd command is working, somewhere add user, and somewhere both command are working. Okay, so useradd is linked with the add user, so don't get confused. Both are the same command and doing the same job. Then second command is usermod. This command is used to modify the user. Like if you created any user and if you want to modify any properties or attributes of the user, then usermod command is used. Then userdel command is used to delete the user from the system. So first we will see useradd command. So as we see that this command is used for adding user to the local authentication system. So if we fire this command useradd, usermod or userdel, it modifies the three files. First is /etc passwd, /etc shadow, /etc group, and /etc gshadow. These four files get modified when you create the user into the system. One more file /etc default useradd. This is the file where the default configuration is saved, and if we fire the useradd command, it reads the configuration from this file, and these are the parameter which is set inside the file to create any user. Suppose if you fire the command useradd, you want to create any user, so what will happen? It will create the group. It will set the group for the user with the group ID 100. It will set the home directory, which is /home. This is inactive, means it is set to -1. Somewhere it is required to delete user after some time with its password. So expiry will define the expiry date of the user. Okay, so after expiring the user, the password should be expired. So here we mention the parameter that password get expired after 5 days, 6 days, 0 days. So -1, it means password will not expire, and we have not set the expiry of the user. So if we set expiry date of for the user, then it will get expired with a particular date. Then shell, we are also define the shell of the user. If user get login, then every user into the system will have the shell, so that it can perform a number of commands and jobs into the system. So every user is having the shell. Then skell is a skeleton directory, sorry. It's a skeleton directory. What happened with the skeleton directory? If you create the directory, if you create a user and you want to copy some directory or some file into the home directory of the user, then you are setting the skeleton directory, and you put the file into skeleton directory. And if you fire the command useradd -m and username, then all the files and directory will be copied to the home directory from the skeleton directory. Let me show you the skeleton directory /etc. This is the skeleton directory, and it contains nothing. If we create any file like imp.txt, I created the file touch. With the command touch, it creates the file empty file imp.txt. Nothing is there. So let's start to create any user, and let me show you how the imp text file will get copied to the home directory of the user. Useradd -m. To copy the skeleton directory content to the home directory, you need to use -m. Okay, let's create user like Umesh. If I press enter, Oh, I think Umesh is already present. Let me get capital Umesh. Okay, so user is created into the system with the home directory /home. Its password will be inactive. Okay, so password will not get expired. User will also not get expired until we are deleting the user. Then its shell will be bash. Okay, and its skeleton directory should be copied. The file should be copied from this directory, and it will also create the mail spool. This user will have the mail directory so that it can get the mail in that particular directory. So this spool is also created for particular user. So let me check if the Umesh user will have imp.txt file in its home directory /home, then user Umesh, enter, plus C. The imp.txt file get copied from skeleton. So we set this skeleton directory to copy the content file user is created. Okay, so let's move with the switches used with the useradd command. Also let me show you the shell is created for the user is bash or not. So you can check this file into, you can check it into passwd file. If you file command, you can check that shell is also created for the user. Okay, so this is the username, this is the password for the user, this is the user ID, this is the group ID, this is the home directory for the user, and this is the shell. Fine. So these are the parameter which is stored into the passwd file. So let's start with the command useradd-d. What this command will do, user add capital D. What it will show? It will show the parameter from default file. It will show the parameter from /etc default useradd file. Let me show you where this file is. /etc default, then useradd. See, this is the file useradd. If you do cat, it will show you the content. Okay, so useradd -d command is used to show the parameter inside the default file. Okay, default useradd file. Then second command, as we created user is we simplify useradd command like Ramesh. So simply it will create the user with the default parameter. Simply if I use to create the Ramesh, then it will create user Ramesh with the default parameter. Okay, so this is the Ramesh, its shell, this is the home directory, and this is the user ID and group ID. Okay, fine. Then second command is also once the user is created, like cd, if we go to the home directory of user, you can see .ls hyphen, let me delete the content from skeleton directory, otherwise every user will get that imp file from skeleton directory. So every user will get the file from the skeleton directory because the parameter is set over here. So rm imp.txt, yes, it is deleted. So what we are going to check, what is the content inside the directory. If the user is created with the home directory, so it will contain this file /bash logout .bash profile .bash rc. So these are the file that that the user home directory will contain. Okay, and if it will also contain a file that is bash history. This file contains the command which is fired by user Ramesh. So until the Ramesh is not logged into the system, he will not this file will not log any command because the user is not logged in. Now the next thing is to set a password for user Ramesh. Pass wd Ramesh. uh, if you want, if you are the root user, if you are the administrator, then you have to type pass wd and Ramesh. And if you are the same user, like if I logged in as a Ramesh, then I no need to type password and the username. I just need to type password, then I can change my password. This pass wd command will also change my password. And if Ramesh is logged in and if Ramesh is typing this command, then Ramesh can change his password. Okay, so here I am the root user. I want to change the password for Ramesh, then I can change it, and I can set the password for Ramesh. Okay, it will again ask you to retype the password, so the password for the Ramesh is set. Fine. So the next command is user-b. User-b, it will create the user with setting the base directory. Okay, generally what is happening here, if we create the user, if we create the user, suppose I created the user Ramesh, then what happened, it will create a home directory with base directory. This is the home directory and this is the base directory of the user. Fine. So if I want, then and the name of the base directory is same with the username. Fine. If I want to change the base directory which is not the same as the username, so I can use the command -b, useradd -b, and let me create any directory inside the home. dir and grp. This is the directory that I created, and I want to change the base directory which is not the same as the username. So I will fire the command useradd -b/home grp, and I will create a user Shankar. See here the user Shankar will create it, but its base directory will be grp. It is not same as the username. So let me check /etc home grp. See, Shankar is created with the base directory, right? Now the second command is -d home. So this command is used to create different home directory. If you don't want to create a user into the home directory, you can also do this with the -d command, and the command will be useradd-d home, and you can change its name from here, or you can put something else there rather than /home. You can make any directory to be a home directory for the useradd-e. This is the date and the username. Specify the expiry of the user. If you create the user Vikas with its expiry date, so you have to use -e with the date where on what particular date you want to expire the user. You can also fire this command. So, and this command is used to set the UID of the user. If you want to create a UID, if you want to change it, if you want to create a user with a particular UID, you have to use this command, like useradd-e, then user tech. If I create a user tech with the expiry date 2007 04 hyphen 17. Okay, if I fire this command, user tech will create with the expiry date. Okay, let me check. Let me check the expiry is set for the user or not. So there is command chh for user tech. See, here it is showing the expiry account expiry date, which I set over here. I set the user will expire on 17th of fourth month, so it will expire in this date. Fine. So this command is also useful, chh command, to see the expiry of the user. It will also show you the minimum password age, maximum password age. Okay, the last password changed by the user. Password expiry warning will be 7 days. User will get the 7 days before expiry the password, so that user can change the password. Password inactive is -1, means password will not expire. Fine. The second command is to change user id and the group id -g. If you want to create a user with a particular group id, you can use the command useradd -g, then group id name 1050 and sorry, 8. Okay, so user tech is created with the user id group id 108, and every in system every user is assigned to the primary group and other group. So small g is used to set the primary group and capital G is used to set the secondary or other group. Okay, so let me show you whether the group id is set 108 or not. See, 108 is set for group, right? And if you want to set group id different with the group name, so you can use this command. By default, if you are not defining the group id while creating the user, so both user id and group id will be same. If you want to make both are different, so you can use this command -u group user id -g group id and the username. Useradd -g, this command is used to include user into other group, like let me show you. So Ramesh is a user. Fine. And if I want to include Ramesh into the group of Ramu1 and Ramu2, then I can fire the command. No, don't use Ramesh. Let me create a fresh user, new user. Useradd -g Ramu1 and Ramu2, comma Ramu2. So these are the other group. Yummy. Okay, so if I check, user Yami will be created. Okay, and if you want to check this other group, you need to check the file /etc group. Yami is inside the group Ramu1 and Ramu. So every user is creating while we are creating new user, every new user will be included in its primary group, and the group name is same as the username. So this is the primary group name, which is same as the username. Okay, if the user Yami is created, its primary group will also create with the same name. And here what we did, we included the user Yami with the other group. This is other group for Yami user. So this is the difference between the primary group and other group. So make sure you should be remember about primary group and secondary group. While the user is created into the system, it will create the primary group same name as a username. Fine. Now useradd -m shall be. What this command will do, this command will uh, create user shell-p without the home directory. So let me check if home directory is created for shell-p or not. See here, home directory is not created for shell-p. So shell-p user is created without the home directory. Fine. Useradd -m shell-p, this command will create a user with the home directory, force to the command to create the home directory. So user shell-p is already present. Oh, I'm sorry, I entered to the usermod command. User add -m and user kala. So user kala is created with its home directory. See, kala is created with the home directory, so it will force. By default it is in the parameter of default user add file. The command this command will get expire on particular date. Also it will expire the password for user techmint. It will create a user techmint with expiry date and the password expiry also. After deleting user, after expiry of the user on 27, password will expire after 45 days. So user is created with techmint. Let me check user techmint. See, password inactive for the 45 days. Fine. It means password will get deactivated after 45 days. And this is the date. This is the date where the user is yet expired. Useradd so -c option is used to insert the comment inside the user. If you want to create a user with a comment, you can use this command. See, this comment will be inserted over here. Fine, and this is the user. So the field, this field is used to add the comment for user. So this is the comment that we can insert inside the user. User -n, capital N. This command is used to create a group with the same name. Generally what happen, if we create a user, then it will create the group with the same name. Fine. So if we use -n, okay, so it will not create a user with the same name as a group name. Now we will discuss user mod command. If you created the user inside the system and you want to change or modify its property and its password and all the things, then you have to use the command user mod. This command is used to modify the property for existing user, right? So user mod hyphen c Vikas Gupta Vikas. So here we did, we have added the comment for Mansi user. So if you want to change it from Mansi to Mansi Kurana, you have to type user add, okay, hyphen c Mansi only for the user Mansi. So what it will do, it will change the comment, sorry, user mod command cat /etc pass wd. See, the comment is changed for the user Mansi. The next command is user mod hyphen d. If you modify the existing home directory, by default user will having its home directory into /home. So here you can change the home directory from /home to document. Okay, if you want to change the expiry of user, okay, so hyphen e option, you should use the user mod. Let me change the expiry. For techmint user techmint, okay, so the expiry of techmint will change. See, expiry is modified. We set it to 0, that's why it taken the default date. Oh, 30. See, it is modified to 34. Okay, now user mod hyphen g, if you want to change the primary group id, if you want to include user into secondary group, to add any one of the group to the secondary group, okay, and hyphen l if you want to change the login name. Suppose user techmint, let me show you. User techmint is login with the name techmint. So if I want to change the login name, I can do it. The user techmint will get login by user Vikas 10. This will the login name for the techmint. So let me change it as before. Oh, I'm sorry, Vikas 10 to techmint, because we have changed the login name. Okay, so it is back, it is come back to its original login name. Hyphen l option is used to lock the user account. We want to lock any user account, you can do it. User hyphen m hyphen d, home directory and username, moving the content of the home directory from existing home directory to the new directory. Okay, it will change the directory. Here we are changing the directory, but not, we are not moving the content from the default directory. But if I use option hyphen m, it will change the home directory and also move the content from the default directory to the new directory, right? And hyphen s option is used to change the shell. If you want to change the shell, by default the shell will be /bin bash. So here what you are doing, you are changing the shell. -u, if you want to assign a new user ID, so you can use option -u. And capital U, capital U is used to unlock the user account. Here we are locking the user account, here we are unlocking the user account. Fine. That the last command is userdel. This command is used to delete the user properly from the system. Fine. So userdel -f because what it will do, it will remove a user from the system with its home directory. It is deleting the home directory and a user from the system. And userdel -r is also removing the user with the home directory. But what is the difference between -f and -r? Suppose user Vikas is having a file into its home directory, okay, and all the file are with the permission of default user, like Vikas created any file, so its permission and all the rights will be for Vikas user. And if Vikas user is having the different users file, so the permission is related with that user, different user. So -f option is used to delete all the file, whether it is related to the user Vikas or not. And what -r option is used to delete only the file inside the home directory of the default user. So it will delete the file of the Vikas only. It will not able to delete the file which contain inside the home directory of the Vikas. It will not delete the other users file. Userdel capital R option is applied in chroot directory and use the configuration file. So it will apply to change the chroot directory. So let me show you how to delete userdel -r techmint. So it will create a user techmint with its home directory. See, techmint home directory is not here, it is deleted. So let me delete tech user, userdel -r tech. If I delete this user, so here I am getting group tech is the primary group of another user and is not removed. Let me check, it is group of another user. User tech, this is the group 108. Home directory is created for the tech user. Now userdel -f capital tech user. Okay, see, user tech is created, deleted, but it is not fully deleted. Its home directory is not deleted yet. Now delete rm now userdel -r so deleted. So this is how we manage the user inside the Linux. Thank you for watching. You can subscribe our channel for next video. Thank you. Bye bye.